When it's finished, this is how it's going to look. But at the minute, it looks like this.
This really looks like an occupation, right? Really looks like they live under poverty, right? These refugees of Palestine. Give me a freaking break. How are you guys doing? This is Sahar TV, and in today's video we have an amazing YouTuber going to Palestine to expose how bad the situation is and how much they suffer. Let's watch.
We're about to sneak into one of the most exclusive Palestinian villages there is. We're about to meet Naomi from Regavim, one of Israel's most important organizations, and she's going to take us around the site and explain exactly what's going on. Now we're currently en route to the village. It's about 2 kilometers down this path, and there's one thing I didn't mention, which is the village is currently under construction. When it's finished, this is how it's going to look. But at the minute, it looks like this.
This really looks like an occupation, right? Really looks like they live under poverty, right? These refugees of Palestine. Give me a freaking break.
Okay, we've arrived. You can see the shells of the villa. Let me just wind down the window so you can see things more clearly. As you can see, it's a long way from complete. But you're about to learn a dark secret about this village that will send shivers down your spine.
As you can see, there are homes around us, all around us, and I have to point out that this is what Arab life under occupation looks like. Massive villa, which puts Beverly Hills to shame, I have to say. Now, this new neighborhood is really a very lovely location, but it's also a particularly charming neighborhood because the only way that you're allowed to buy into this neighborhood is if you are a convicted terrorist.
As terrifying as that sounds, it's completely true. This is the Facebook page. Now, if we zoom in on the logo, you can see that it reads Al Karama Housing Cooperative for Detainees. Now, the detainees in question have to have spent a minimum of 5 years in an Israeli jail.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Go and commit a crime, go and do terrorist attacks, and then you'll get housing. It's the best deal. Who wouldn't want to do it? Who would not want to do it? I don't get it.
And it gets so much worse than that. This is one of the governors from the board of directors, Abla Sadat. She's the
Abla in Hebrew means dum-dum, so the name is indeed correct.
The wife of Ahmed Sadat, the Secretary General of the PFLP, one of the most notorious Palestinian terrorist outfits. So that's who works there, but what about the people that will be living in these houses? Well, until they're actually occupied, we have no definitive way of saying, but we do get an insight because there are many notorious terrorists that have been attending the planning events. So this is Mohammed Zaghloul, one of the most notorious Palestinian terrorists alive. In fact, he served 28 years in prison. Another attendee at one of their events is the father of Ibrahim and Yassin Bakri. They were jailed for murdering 10 Israelis in the 2002 bombing of an Egged bus at the Meron Junction.
If you don't know, between 2001 and 2005, there was something called the Second Intifada. I encourage you to look it up after this video to see the horrific acts that Palestinian Arabs committed against the Jews and against Israelis in general. Horrific, horrific acts.
We are standing on a spot that overlooks a very famous junction. It's known as the British Police Junction. It services more or less all the Jewish communities along Route 60, going from northern Samaria all the way down to Jerusalem. And it's a major intersection that has also seen its fair share of bloodshed. There were major terrorist attacks at the junction from this very spot. I believe it was 7 Israeli soldiers who were killed by an ambush from this hill. Right down into the intersection below. It really, I don't think it's coincidental that only terrorists are allowed to live on a spot that is a massive security threat to the state of Israel and to the Jewish communities in the vicinity. This is a Palestinian...
They'll have terrorist sleepovers, right? all of your friends, Mahmoud, Abdullah, Hamoudi, all of us are going to sleep together. You know, we're going to have some fun, have some popcorn, have some sniping sessions, you know, towards the highway, kill as many Israelis as possible. It's going to be fun.
Authority project. You'll see the signs that say this is, the Ministry of Local Government. But where I come from, there's a very famous saying, money is fungible. If you pay someone to build, but that frees up funds for them to pay terrorists, then you've actually enabled them to pay terrorists from a different pocket or through a different funding stream. So handing the Palestinian Authority money and giving them carte blanche as to how to use it, you know very well exactly how they're using it, because you know exactly how much money they are paying to terrorists.
For more than a decade, the Palestinian Authority has paid monthly stipends, not only to terrorists in prison, but also to their families and to the families of suicide bombers. The rule is simple. The more deadly the attack, the higher the payment. This is not social welfare. It is blood money. It rewards murder. It sustains terror. And it is not small. It is not one case or one incident. It's a policy. This policy consumes about 8% of the Palestinian Authority's entire budget.
Guys, I don't want to watch the full video to take viewers away from Israel advocacy movement, so I will leave the full video and the link down below so you can watch it. But what he's talking about is called a pay-for-slay policy. The pay-for-slay policy just gives Palestinians money and funding after they commit terror attacks in Israel. Even if they get killed, their families get rewarded. Pay-for-slay policy. And then you tell me that the Palestinians want to live in peace? Then you tell me that the Palestinians just want to have an army and have a state and just coexist next to the Jews? Bullshit. The moment they have an army, the attacks are going to be bigger. The more they're going to try and annihilate the Jews. They don't believe in the existence of a Jewish state. That's why they keep opposing it with terrorism. But the funny thing is, they call it resistance. Funny enough, they barely attack soldiers. They attack civilians. They attack elderly. They attack kindergartens. Look at examples from the first and second intifadas. They literally attack kindergartens. Disgusting. But this full video is going to be down in the link below so you can watch it. Give some views to Israel advocacy movement that's been doing an amazing job for as long as I've known them. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
If you'd like to watch more of my stuff, please check out my channel down below. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that notification button so you can be notified every time I upload new content. If you'd like to support me and the channel financially, you can do that using Buy Me Coffee or Patreon down in the links below. Also, we now have a Discord that you can join down in the link below. And now you can become a YouTube member and enjoy specific YouTube perks. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.